Greetings and welcome to Careful Conversations. My name is Jane Barton and I serve as the Caregiving Ambassador for AARP, the sponsor of this program. And I want to thank you for checking in today to talk about the journey of caregiving from the inside out. Today I want you to be a wee bit futuristic. I want you to look down the road and consider the what-ifs about your medical journey. What if something were to happen to you? Have you already identified the medical interventions that you would accept and those that you would decline? Now, I'm being serious. Have you considered this? Now, if you haven't, you're in good company, because we live in a country, a society that is death averse, and we don't want to consider the end of life. We don't want to consider the what-ifs of life. But I have a cautionary note for all of us today. If we fail to consider this, we are risking an undesirable ending. We are actually abdicating the authorship of the conclusion of the story of our life. And that is a risk I don't think we need or that we should take. Now, oftentimes, this is why we have a disconnect between what we hope for, what we wish for at the end of life, and what actually happens. Our wishes do not equal our reality. And that is borne out by research that has been published in the last 5 to 10 years, surveys about what people hope for at the end of life. For example, 60% of us claim that we don't want to be a burden on our family, but only 44% of us have had the conversation, talking about the what-ifs. 70% proclaim they want to die at home, and yet 70% of us die in an acute care setting, an ICU typically. We also know that 82% of us will proclaim that we want to talk to our doctor about options on medical interventions, yet only 7% of us have that conversation. And finally, a little over 80% of us say, oh yes, advance directives are fabulous, but only 23% actually document their wishes for medical intervention and end-of-life care. So it's no wonder that our wishes do not equal our reality at the conclusion of our journey. Now, if we are to achieve our wishes, it requires being proactive. So we have to educate ourselves on the options. We have to overcome our fear. We have to be informed. We also need to realize that there are actually some turning points in our medical journey, tipping points, moments when we make decisions that can actually precipitate a cascade of events that are very difficult to stop. Turning points such as a decision around artificial nutrition and hydration, intubation, antibiotics, and other situations that are very complexing for families, and we need some professional advice. These are the moments when we need to sit down and confer with our medical team. Ask the questions, understand the options, and understand the implications for our decisions. Ask, where could this decision lead? Will it lead me to where I want to go, or will it lead me to an ending that is quite disturbing? So we need to understand the implications of the choices that we make. And by so doing, we will understand the why underneath our decision, why we chose to go this way, option A instead of option B. We will understand the potential consequences, and we will decide with the end in mind. Now, I think we need to appreciate that although this is difficult, our priorities in life will help us in making these decisions. And I think there are 3 questions that can guide you and serve you well. The first is, when you are confronted by a tough choice, the options, where do you want to be? Where do they lead you? Who do you want to be with, and how do you want to be? Make a decision that will result in honoring your priorities and allowing you to achieve your wishes. My hope is that for all of us, by being proactive, our wishes will become our reality. So I want to thank you for stopping by today. And I certainly hope if you have other questions or concerns, you can check out AARP's Caregiving Resource Center, or you can check out my website, Cardinal LLC. I hope our paths will cross again in the very near future, and until then, remember to take good care and remember to enjoy the moment.